Albania's EU integration was the subject of the 77th anniversary of the PESA conference. The head of state urged the political class to overcome the current crisis in order to obtain a positive response from Brussels. European Council President Donald Tusk will visit Tirana and Skopje tomorrow before deciding on the opening of negotiations. Meanwhile, the majority has called on the DP to collaborate on electoral reform. Today is a special day for Esli Abdurrahmanai and 24,000 other students as she attends class for the first time, thus commencing the lifelong journey towards the obtainment of knowledge. It's 6 o'clock on Monday, the 16th of September 2019. Thank you for tuning in to RTV Ora's English edition. My name is Alexandra Lewis, bringing you the only daily update of the local Albanian news translated into English. The 77th anniversary of the PESA conference brought together President Ilir Meta and representatives of the majority, including a symbolic handshake between the head of state and the mayor of Tirana, Erion Veliaj. In his speech, President Ilir Meta urged minorities and the majority to end political conflicts and to prioritise Albania's integration into the European Union. Today, our national objective is the European integration of Albania. There is no time to delay this process, especially not because of unprincipled political antagonism. It is time to strengthen cooperation by setting aside short-term interests so that the European future is provided as quickly as possible for our children, said President Meta. Mayor Erion Veliaj offered his agreement several times to the president, but also urged him and the opposition to respect political pluralism in all political battles, including at negotiating tables. Representatives of the Communist Party also held an event at the National Martyrs Cemetery. Whilst Albania and North Macedonia await a final decision from the European countries as to whether or not accession talks will be opened in October, the European Council President Donald Tusk has confirmed that he will visit the Western Balkan countries. The top EU official is expected to be in Tirana tomorrow in order to meet with senior state leaders. It has been confirmed that he will meet with Prime Minister Rama at 3 p.m. After that, Tusk is expected to journey on to Skopje. Tusk is expected to convey a positive message about the opening of negotiations for the two countries. Today is of particularly special importance for Esli Abdurrahmanai, who attended school for the very first time, thus starting her journey towards obtaining knowledge. The whole family has been involved in the preparation of the youngest family member's journey. Esli's mum, Gerta, is also excited for her daughter's first day of school. In addition to well wishes, there was no lack of advice for the little 6-year-old. Students of primary school 4 Martyrs were welcomed with renewed energy, colours and flowers. The renovations are ready to be enjoyed by the 550 children who will sit at the desks of this institution this year. But not everyone has fronted the start of the school year with a smile. Some first-time students have found it particularly difficult to part with their parents. Floretta Corti has been teaching for 26 years, but every September feels like the first day of work, both full of responsibility and of emotion. There are about 380,000 students who started the school year this Monday, 24,000 of which are attending the first grade. Students received congratulations and well wishes from the Prime Minister, Edi Rama, and the Mayor of Tirana, Erion Veliaj, who delivered their speeches in the newly inaugurated 9-year school, Serveta Maci. The increased traffic that accompanies the start of every school year has been addressed with increased state and municipal traffic police measures. The Director of Public Order, Albert Dervishi, says he is satisfied with the well-being of the situation in the streets. Important measures have been taken to regulate road traffic. Police have taken steps to avoid vehicle bans near schools by cooperating with municipal police to prevent accidents, said Dervishi. Police officers have been stationed across all elementary and secondary schools with the sole purpose of guaranteeing public order. The State Police have planned a number of tasks this school year. Firstly, to prevent any kind of criminal activity that may take place near or even inside the school, such as avoiding the entry of persons unrelated to the school. We have been working on this project for the last 10 years to raise awareness regarding narcotics, firearms and bullying. This project will continue in order to raise awareness for future generations, said Dervishi. The plan of police measures has also included the prevention of criminal activity in schools. Prime Minister Edi Rama has chosen the Sarveta Michi School in the capital as the venue from which he would deliver the speech to wish pupils and students well on their first day of the 2019-2020 school year. Rama promised that by 2021, all students attending the first 9 years of education will receive textbooks free of charge. 221,000 students have received free textbooks this year, those being from the 1st to the 5th grades, as well as those who require economic assistance or have other special needs. Next year, we will include the grades 6 to 7 in the scheme to benefit from free textbooks. Then all students from the 1st grade and encompassing all the first 9 years will have free books for everyone, said Prime Minister Edi Rama. The Prime Minister was accompanied by Mayor Erionve Liai, who is still working on the construction of 17 new schools, a project which aims to put an end to teaching across 2 shifts. This is my 5th September as Mayor. I fondly remember each September that has passed and we have opened new schools. Beti Mucho, Ardian Klosi, Kosovo, Hoja Tasim, and today, Sarveta Machi. We'll continue this trend every new September until we have opened all 17 new schools required in order to put an end to teaching across 2 shifts, said Veliai. Across the country, the government has built 200 new schools this year, providing students with better services and placing special importance on putting schools as community service centres. The Democratic Party has released documents alleging that the Vaudeus mayor, Mark Barbani, has been convicted in Italy of car theft. The Secretary-General, Guzman Bardi, said that the Chief Socialist was arrested on April 4, 1994 in the Sicily area under the pseudonym March Babai. Mark Barbani, under the pseudonym March Babai, was arrested on April 4, 1994 in Italy in the Sicily area for the offence of theft in aggravated circumstances committed in cooperation. He was arrested by Italian police for stealing cars. Edi Rama's candidate for Vaudeus has been part of a criminal group operating in the Sicily area and having committed several thefts. Mark Barbani, under the alias March Babai, remained in prison until May 6, 1994 and was subsequently convicted and deported from the Italian state. This is only part of the criminal record for Edi Rama's candidate for Vaudeus. This data proves that Mark Barbani is subject to the ban on exercising a public function as per the decriminalisation law. According to this law, persons who have been subject to a measure of imprisonment, exclusion or deportation in any of the European Union countries cannot be nominated or elected. In this particular case, the individual has been deported from Italy. Mark Barbani is fully aware of the fact that he is a person with multiple criminal convictions. His public delusions that he has never had problems with justice serves as evidence that he is protected by Edi Rama, said Bardi. Bardi threw accusations at Prime Minister Rama, pointing out that instead of dismissing Barbani, he defends him, just like Pietri and Kaimaku, who, according to him, should have been imprisoned for their forgeries. With his silence, Edi Rama proves that he really is the defender of Mark Barbani, whose candidacy once again showed that he is inextricably linked to crime. The Democratic Party says Prime Minister Edi Rama is the only politician in Europe to promote, support and govern with crime. The Socialist Party Parliamentary Group Chair, Talon Bala, said the government is ready to cooperate with the Democratic Party on electoral reform. After finishing the meeting with the Secretary of State for Justice, Christian Lange, Bala said no political force can hold electoral reform hostage. Our desire has been for electoral reform to be carried out in collaboration with the broader spectrum of Albanian politics. Our efforts to reach consensus with the Democratic Party will continue. Next week, we will have a table with seats for all political parties to attend and express their point of view. No one should hold back the path of this profound reform of the Electoral Code for the Republic of Albania. The OSCE report has some recommendations that need to be addressed in order for the 2021 elections to take place, according to the reformed electoral code, said Bala. Bala said that the rise of the SPAC will be accompanied by investigations into high-level officials. The establishment and functioning of SPAC will undoubtedly be accompanied by investigations into senior officials. The path towards the European integration is accompanied by standards. If you want, you can call them conditions, but whatever name you give to them, they are what every country must meet. Even countries that are currently EU members, while negotiating Schengen accession, must meet conditions, said Bala. Concerning the policy crisis, Bala said the boycott of institutions should not happen again. A boycott of institutions or elections will not get anyone anywhere. We are ready with the parliamentary opposition and non-parliamentary opposition to cooperate for the benefit of the electoral reform as an important step in the integration process, said Bala. Bala went on to declare that there have been no secret meetings with the Democratic Party. Regarding the situation in the Shkodra municipality, Bala said, "It is the duty of every institution to respect the Constitution. At this point, it is the duty of the President to take on his responsibilities, having been informed of the vacancy." And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and please join us again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news in English from Albania. Once again, on behalf of RTV Ora News, thank you and good night.